His Excellency Kindiki was lawfully, apologies, there's a mistake here, that His Excellency Gachagu was lawfully removed from office on 5 distinct counts, which included making persistent inflammatory public statements, undermining the decisional independence of the judiciary, and publicly attacking the NIS. To support the argument that the judiciary should not substitute its own judgment for that of Parliament, it was his case that the Supreme Court, in the case of Sonko, and the High Court decision in Wambora, held that the courts exercised only supervisory jurisdiction over impeachment disputes and could not act as a super legislature to review the sufficiency of the evidence presented to Parliament. In defense of the procedural mechanisms employed, His Excellency Kindiki urged that the National Assembly fulfilled its mandate by adequately informing the public and facilitating public participation, referring to the BAT case. He further implored the court to find that the strict 12-line impeachment timeline was a rigid constitutional framework, and to fortify its position, he referred to the Supreme Court's decision in Mate, where it was observed that timelines were not subject to alteration. In challenging the claim of denial of the right to fair hearing, His Excellency Kindiki asserted that the Senate's refusal to grant a 3-day adjournment was In challenging the claim of denial of the right to a fair hearing, His Excellency Kindiki asserted that the Senate's refusal to grant a 3-day adjournment was an attempt to sabotage the proceedings and trigger a constitutional crisis. It was his position that His Excellency Gachagu had failed to produce medical evidence to substantiate his sudden illness. He reiterated that granting the adjournment would have blatantly violated the strict, non-modifiable constitutional timelines. Turning to the validity of His Excellency Kindiki's assumption of office, Dr. Thiankolu submitted that his speedy nomination, electoral clearance, and political party membership was justified. He drew support from the court's decision on 31st October 2024, which established that the critical functions of the Deputy President's office abhorred a vacuum and demanded expeditious action. Finally, His Excellency Kindiki contended that the statutory laws governing appointive state offices, such as the Public Appointments Parliamentary Approval Act, did not apply to the elective office of the Deputy President.
We now come to issues for determination. Upon careful consideration of the petitions, the responses thereto, the written and oral submissions of all parties, we have distilled the following issues for dissemination. For clarity and issue of reference, the principal issues and their attendant sub-issues are set out below. Issue number 1, jurisdiction, and under jurisdiction, the issue is the justiciability of the petitions filed in light of the doctrine of separation of powers and the political question doctrine. Issue number 2, predetermination and bias. Whether there was predetermination and bias by the mover of the motion, the Speaker of the National Assembly, and the Senate during the proceedings. And 2, whether the first to the 11th respondents conspired or schemed to remove Honorable Gachagu from office in violation of Articles 1, 27, and 38 of the Constitution. Issue number 3, public participation, whether there was adequate public participation at the National Assembly